My wife of 12 years reached out from her yoga retreat with an email that turned my world on its head. I've met someone who truly deserves me. I've also moved your inheritance into my personal account. I didn't argue, didn't curse, didn't panic. I just replied, appreciate the update. The following morning, she got in touch with her attorney and reportedly dropped her phone in stunned silence. It all began at 7:14 a.m. I had just returned from my usual morning walk with Diesel, our dog. The sunlight was just beginning to filter through the windows, and the comforting smell of freshly brewed coffee was beginning to fill what used to be our home, a place we purchased together a decade ago, when everything still felt genuine. The subject line read, I need to tell you the truth. Ethan, spending this weekend here has given me perspective. The people I've connected with, those who understand energy, alignment, and self-worth, have helped me realize what's been missing from my life. I've met someone. His name is Kale. He's a spiritual guide and a life coach, and he makes me feel understood in ways you never managed to. I won't be returning. I also moved the $420,000 from your inheritance into my personal account. Since we're married, it's legally shared anyway, and honestly, I need it more than you do. Please don't drag this out. My lawyer will be in touch. Meline. I stared at the email, calm and detached. No trembling hands, no clenched jaw, no smashed coffee mugs. Just a long exhale and a dry laugh. Because she had no idea that while she thought she was flipping the chessboard, I had already secured checkmate. There were no insults in my response. No rage. No emotional outburst. Just one simple sentence typed with a steady hand. Appreciate the update. That line was enough. Enough to buy time. Enough to unsettle her. What she never knew was that the inheritance, left to me by my grandfather, was never within her legal reach. My grandfather, having endured 2 divorces himself, had seen to it that the trust was airtight. The funds were protected by strict legal boundaries, never to be touched by anyone but me. The account she transferred money from, nothing but a decoy. 2 months earlier, I had grown suspicious. Meline had started attending long weekend retreats and midnight healing sessions. Her behavior was distant, her aura evasive. I sensed the shift, so I sat down with our family lawyer and set up a mirror account. Identical details, same bank, same format, but completely fake. A shell, a legal dead end. I even added just enough money to the account to make it look legitimate, exactly $420,000. Meanwhile, the real trust fund was tucked away under a corporate veil in Wyoming, completely out of her reach and invisible to anyone she might hire. That same night, I called my lawyer. Let's initiate the clause, I said. No hesitation. Understood. She's going to regret crossing you, he replied. The next morning, I went to work like any other day. Meline probably assumed I'd fall apart, call her in desperation, shout accusations, threaten or plead. But I did none of that. Instead, by noon, I had filed 2 legal motions, a petition for formal separation and freezing of marital assets, an injunction citing unauthorized withdrawal of non-marital funds, because she had accessed an account that wasn't really hers. And I knew, because she thought I was sleeping. I wasn't. Weeks ago, I'd noticed strange clues. Her laptop open with unfamiliar email aliases. Shipments of incense and spiritual items from a secluded center in Arizona. Private calls only answered in the bathroom. So I took preemptive steps. Quietly installed tracking software on our shared devices, completely legal and strictly for evidence. Over time, I gathered proof. Timestamps, call records, IP logins, and the critical piece, footage from our home office security camera. It showed her logging into the fake account, transferring the funds, and smiling smugly while doing it. That afternoon, her new flame Kale posted a grainy picture of the 2 of them meditating on a cliff captioned, Alignment, Purpose, Prosperity. I almost laughed because just then, her phone started buzzing. It was a text from her attorney. She ignored it. It rang again, and again. She finally answered. Then the scream came, so loud that nearby retreat-goers came running. She had dropped her phone in shock after reading the message. Account frozen. You are under fraud investigation. The trust isn't in your name. Call me, immediately, back at the desert retreat in Sedona, everything changed. What had once felt like peace now felt like pressure. The warm desert wind pressed against her skin like judgment. Kale looked concerned. "What's going on, babe?" She didn't answer. Just stared at her phone, her face ashen. She called her lawyer. No response. Tried again. Straight to voicemail. Then she tried to log back into the account. Nothing. Not an incorrect password. No such account exists. Kale urged her. Try again. She did. Same result. Her hands shook. It's gone. The money's gone. Kale's expression hardened. What do you mean gone? What the hell are you saying? And in that moment it all clicked. Kale wasn't here for healing. He wasn't here for love. He was here for the money. And now that it was gone, so was the illusion of tenderness. He stood up. I left everything for this. You told me it was secured. Meline stuttered. I did. I moved it. I saw the amount. His eyes narrowed. Then where is it now? When she couldn't answer, he grabbed his phone and stormed out of the lodge without another word. Back home, I sat in the living room. A quiet evening. A glass of scotch in my hand. I wasn't smiling. Not because I wasn't satisfied, but because this wasn't about revenge. It was about setting things right. She tried to destroy me while I was out of town, trusting and unaware. But instead of breaking me, she detonated her own downfall. And this was only the beginning point. 3 days later, Meline came back. She didn't walk through the front door, because she couldn't. The locks had been changed. The security code was deactivated. She no longer had access.